Chapter 8, Lesson 4 is graphing linear inequalities on a coordinate plane. Our first question says, is 4, 5 a solution? So we use 4 for the x and 5 for the y. Is 5 less than or equal to 4 plus 1? 5 is equal to 5. Can be less than 5 or equal to 5. So that one will be a yes. And number 2, if we put 1, 1 in there, is 1 bigger than 8? That one is a no. If we have a less than or equal to, we have a dashed line. If we have a greater than or less than, we have a dashed line. If we have a greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, we have a solid line. So graphing this first one, you have a plus 4, which is your y-intercept. From there, your slope is 3. You go up 3, 1 to the right. We're going to have a dashed line. That's nothing new. That's stuff we did from our previous chapter. And now what you can do is you can test the point 0, 0. Is 0 smaller than 3 times 0 plus 4? Is 0 smaller than 4? Yes, it is. So that means 0, 0 is a solution. And that means everything over here will be a solution. So we're going to shade in that side. There's a second way you can do that. See how this is a less than sign? Less than means smaller than or below. So you could also just color in below that line. Number 4, y is greater than or equal to 2/3 x plus 1. That is your y-intercept. It's a negative 2/3, so down 2 and 3 to the right. This time we're going to have a solid line. And this time it's a little bit easier to see. See how we have this greater than right here? You're going to want to color in above that. Greater than is bigger than, so you want above. Number 5, we're going to do with our intercepts. If x is 0, 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. If y is 0, 12 divided by 4 is 3. So 0, negative 4, 3, 0. Oops. It's going to be a dashed line. Should have done dashes there. And we can't do the greater than or less than thing, but we can put 0, 0 in here. Is 0 minus 0, is 0 bigger than 12? It is not, so you do not want the 0, 0 side colored in, so we're going to shade in down here. Number 6, if x is 0, 8 divided by 4 is 2. If y is 0, 8 divided by negative 2 is negative 4. 0, 2, negative 4, 0. It's going to be a solid line. And when you test the point 0, 0, is 0 bigger than 8? It is not. So 0, 0 is not a solution. It will not be a solution. And you want everything up here colored in. Number 7, x is less than or equal to 7. You're going to have to extend your graph a little bit. X is equal to 7 is the straight up and down line. And you want less than, so you want that side colored in. And y is greater than negative 3 is going to be a dashed line right here. and y is greater than is everything above that. The top of the next page, we need to write inequalities to match these. And I like to write y equals mx plus b at the top of my paper, just to remind myself. B is your y-intercept, so that's going to be a plus 2. And what we need to do is we need to find a point C, right here at the ordered pair 3, 1. Your x and y are both whole numbers. Then to get from that point to that point, you go down 1 and 3 to the right. So negative 1/3 x. And we have shaded below that line, below that dashed line, so it's going to be a y is less than. Number 10, our y-intercept is a negative 2. And it looks like maybe right, I would say right here is when it crosses again. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the right. 1, so 6x. It's kind of hard to see here, but we've actually covered in that side, which is up. So that will be y is greater than or equal to. Number 11, this crosses at 0. Our slope is down 1 and 1 to the right, which is a negative x. We've shaded in below that dashed line, so that will be a y is less than negative x. Number 12, this is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. And looks like right here at negative 1, it's a whole number, and 0, negative 3. So from that point to that point is down 2, 1 to the right. We have shaded in above that line, so that's going to be a y is greater than or equal to. And number 13, Dave is going to bring 2 types of candy to a meeting. He can spend no more than $6. Gummy worms are $3 a pound. Jelly beans are $2.50 a pound. And he can spend no more than $6. So less than or equal to 6. We're going to use our intercepts to graph this. If x is 0, 6 divided by 2.5 is 2.4. And if y is 0, 6 divided by 3 is 2. And, you know, I don't want this really tiny little graph here, so I'm going to go up by 0.2, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 2, 0.2, 0.4. That's our first ordered pair. And over here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2. So we connect those 2 dots, and we want everything below that shaded in. From there, pick 2 points. That's 0.2 and 1.4. And then my second ordered pair, I do 1, 1. And our x's represented gummy worms, and our y's represented jelly beans.